Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to your week ahead tarot reading with me, Intuitive Rene. We are looking at the week of the 14th to the 20th of November 2021. And here I have on the table in front of me the three different decks that I want to work with this week. I am working with the Divine Energy Oracle. I am working with the Universe Has Your Back Oracle. And I am working with, oh my gosh, I just forgotten, Tarot of the Abyss. I had a moment. Tarot of the Abyss. I do absolutely love this deck. So I have to say to you that I've chosen very simple decks this week. What I mean when I say simple decks is they're not very graphic. The Tarot of the Abyss artwork is just amazing, but it's a black and white. It's a monotone deck. The artwork is very detailed and very much line work, but there's not a lot of color, not a lot of overwhelming kind of graphics, if I can put it that way. And even these two decks, they're very, very simple, but I think there's so much beauty in their simplicity. And that's why I've chosen it, because I just feel like this week coming up, I feel like we all just need just a little bit of simplicity, a little bit of comfort, and a little bit of not too much overwhelm. And I'm hoping by choosing these decks that it brings that kind of simplicity to our week, to our reading, and to our understanding. So I normally only work with one oracle deck when choosing the theme for the week, but I want to actually work with two. So I'm going to draw a card from each of these to give us the theme for the week, and then we will use the tarot to get the specifics for each day of the week. I do want to just give gratitude to every single one of you who have joined my channel as a channel member. Basically, what a channel member is somebody who pays a monthly subscription here on YouTube, and because of that, they get access to me, to my services. They get a little bit more from me, and I just want to give so much gratitude and thanks to every single one of you who have signed up. We do live readings for the top two tiers every Wednesday evening, and we always have so much fun in that, and everybody else gets early access to my content. So if you want to consider joining, please do hit that join button. It should be just down here somewhere. There is a join button. But for everybody else, I do so value and appreciate you coming back to my channel for all the content that I do produce. And I know I did a poll recently asking, are you missing the dailies? And there were so many of you who said yes. I have to admit I'm missing them too. But as soon as I have a little bit more time on my hands, I will get back to doing the dailies. But let's look at the week ahead and let's see what does this week have in store. We're going to start with the oracles. So I'm just going to push tarot out of the way a little bit. I'm going to shuffle and lay them out, and I will speed it up on camera just so that I don't torture you too much with my bad shuffling. And once I've got all the cards laid out, we will turn them over and reveal. So let's get the shuffling done. All right, so I have shuffled and laid out some cards on the table. I have not turned them over, so I have no idea what they are, and I'm trying to make them all fit on camera. Gosh, I adjust and adjust and adjust. All right, friends, let's get straight into it. We're going to have a look at the theme for the week ahead, and we're going to start off with the Divine Energy Oracle card. Let's have a look and see what is the theme for the week. Oh, it says face your adversities. You know, that is something that I think we're all, I don't want to say afraid of doing, but yes, afraid of doing, isn't it? We're all afraid of facing our adversities. We're all afraid of seeing and acknowledging the truth, especially the things that we fear the most, the things that we're most afraid of. So it is apparently something that we have to do this week. It's about facing our truth And it's interesting because my pick a card that I did on Friday, this Friday gone, was about uncovering the truth. And a lot of you had to face your adversities in that reading. So I think it does make sense. There's a theme evolving, there's something happening. And our theme for the week is to face our adversities. Now let's have a look and see from the Universe Has Your Back Oracle what it wants to add to face. And it says, I honor how I want to feel. So, and look at the colors are the same too. All right. So, what we have basically here, our theme for this week is Spirit saying to you, life is full of ups and downs. It is just what life is. Life is full of ups and downs. We would love to have a perfect existence of only happiness and, sunshine and roses and all of the rest. But the reality is that that's not really what life is like. So by Spirit saying to you, face your adversities, it's acknowledging that right here, right now, this week, you may have some challenges. You may have some things that you have to deal with, whether you want to or not, whether you're ready to or not. But there's definitely something. And it's about honoring how you want to feel, because again, I think we're all programmed and conditioned into living life based on expectation, based on society's norms, instead of actually speaking out and saying, actually, I don't like that, or I don't want that, or I don't feel that way about a situation or a circumstance. So we may have to climb out of our comfort zones this week. Interesting. I know immediately we all start feeling a little bit anxious, so we all start feeling a little bit nervous because we don't really like to do that. But I understand that sometimes it is necessary. I understand that sometimes we actually can't get away from it, and sometimes we just have to do what we just have to do. So I have got 7 cards laid out. We're going to do a single card for each day of the week. We will bring this into the reading for every single day just to have a look and see what is the message that Spirit have for us. So for those of you who do follow me and who do watch, we don't take all of this as complete gospel, but it's just nice to have an idea on the energy for the day so that you can adapt yourself and also possibly hold back on something that you need to do if you know that that particular day isn't really ideal for it. So it's really just to help you navigate life in the best way that you can. So let's have a look at Sunday. And I must admit, I'm very excited for today, for Sunday, because it is my hubby's birthday today. So let's see what, I'm hoping it's a really good card. Let's have a look and see what's in store for Sunday, the 14th of February. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, she's fabulous. So Queen of Pentacles, and actually I love the artwork. I know I said to you it wasn't complex, but I think it's simple in its complexity or whatever it is, but it is just exquisite. So look at her sitting on the ground. She's connected to the earth. The wind is blowing in her hair. She is feeling fabulous. She questions nothing. She accepts everything. She's working on something here. She's got a craft, a project, or something that she's working on. And she's just getting on and doing it. I love how it looks like, I'm going to call it a broken door, because I'm seeing a key here. And it's almost like she's got the door open and she's looking to see what the contents are. She's looking to see what's inside of that. Queen of Pentacles to me is about nurturing your stuff, nurturing the things that are of value to you, nurturing the things that bring joy, bring excitement, bring pleasure in your life. And Queen of Pentacles is exactly that. She's saying to you, look at the things that matter and actually acknowledge the things that matter, whether they are physical tangibles or whether they are people, circumstances, or situations. But it's about recognizing that you deserve happiness, you deserve abundance, you deserve everything that your heart desires. But nurture it, acknowledge it, because again, we as human beings, we don't often express ourselves. And the fact that we have this card over here that says, I honor how I want to feel, that's exactly what our Queen of Pentacles is saying. Queen of Pentacles is saying that, don't feel guilty by expressing your needs, wants, and desires. Don't feel guilty about saying what works for you and what doesn't work for you. It's about facing your adversities and being honest with yourself. And if something brings you joy, why shouldn't you express that? Why shouldn't you have more of that? So nurture your tangibles, nurture your things, and actually admit to yourself the things that you truly desire in life, the tangible stuff that you truly desire in life, and don't feel guilty about it. All right. So that is Sunday's energy, and I'm really loving that. So far, we haven't really come up with any adverse any adversities, and let's hope that stays that way, but clearly it's not gonna, because we have to face our adversities. Let's have a look and see the energy for Monday. What is the energy of Monday? What do we need to know? Oh, look at that. We've got a Major Arcana card, and it is the card of the Star. So here we have the same lady. I'm going to just say it's the same lady. It isn't, but we're going to pretend, okay? We have the same lady. She's, again, standing on the earth, connected to the earth, but she's reaching up to the heavens. She's reaching up to the stars. And basically what Monday is saying is anything is possible as long as you truly believe. And I think that goes back to, I'm going to say both of these cards, but most importantly, the I honor how I want to feel, because that is about saying, you know what, I'm going to reach beyond my comfort zone. I'm going to reach higher. I'm going to aim higher. I'm going to want more for myself. The Star card is the card of renewal. It's the card of hope. It's the card of recognizing that there are potentials available, opportunities and potentials out there that maybe you didn't notice before. So by Sunday, acknowledging that which you want for yourself, and by actually voicing it and putting out there, Monday will bring opportunities for you to grab, to reach, and to attain those things. As long as you don't stop beating yourself up about it, as long as you don't start feeling guilty. And remember, it's about honoring how you want to feel. Let's have a look at Tuesday. What is the message for Tuesday? What does Tuesday want to know, or want us to know? So, Three of Pentacles. We've got two Pentacles so far. Pentacles is money. It's our tangibles. It's our stuff. And it's the things that, like I said earlier, brings us joy. The tangibles that bring us joy. And if we have a look at this Three of Pentacles, we can see the hands. And there's, you may be able to count that there are extra. There's not just two hands, there are actually three. And it's about teamwork, it's about collaboration, it's about working with other people, recognizing that if you do it on your own, you may be strong and you may succeed, but if there's an extra pair of hands or an extra hand, it does make the work lighter and easier. And maybe this is where the adversities are coming into it, because maybe you are so independent, maybe you are the kind of person who's so afraid of admitting that you need a bit of help, that you would rather suffer on your own. So maybe this is Spirit saying to you, don't try, especially on Tuesday, don't try and do everything on your own. Don't try and be the superhero, okay? On Tuesday, if there's something that you're struggling with, whether it is an emotion, whether it is a mental thing, whether it is a physical, tangible thing, whether it is something, a fear, okay? Anything that you're struggling with on Tuesday, ask for help. Call in the people around you. Call in those nearest and dearest to you, your work colleagues, whatever it may be. But Tuesday is definitely the day to put it out to the universe that you need a bit of support, you need a bit of help, and teamwork makes the dream work. We've all heard that before. Teamwork makes the dream work, and that is very true for Tuesday. Okay, and looking at how the week is progressing, all right, we haven't even done the rest of the week yet, but looking at how the week is progressing, there's definitely a kind of feel of focusing on your own personal needs, wants, and desires. It's not about focusing on other people. It's not about being aware of what other people expect of you or want of you. It's about very much, I want to use the word solitude, but it's the wrong one. But it's about just focusing on the self, focusing on you. And I think, again, that is your adversities. It's the things that bring you fear and anxiety. It's time to work through them, to overcome them, and recognizing that on Tuesday, it's not about doing things on your own. It's not about solitude. It's about calling in and working with others, letting other people come to help you instead of you being there to help other people. All right. We have done Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Now let's have a look at Wednesday. So what comes around on Wednesday? Oh, you see, I'm loving this story. I'm really loving the story. All right, I'm actually going to bring it closer to show you. So on Wednesday, on Tuesday, we asked for help, okay? So on Tuesday, we rallied around and we said to people, can we have some help? Wednesday comes along and we've got the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is you, here's you, this is from your perspective. So it's you looking out, okay? And it's you holding the glass out to say cheers to two other people who are important and significant in your life. So Wednesday is the card of celebration, acknowledgement and celebration, which I absolutely love. And again, that is not possible if you didn't take, accept, and ask for help on Tuesday. And if you didn't, on Sunday, focus on the things that matter to you, the things that are important and significant to you, and honoring that which you want to feel, facing your adversities, not being afraid to put yourself out there. So on Wednesday, I am going to label Wednesday as the day of gratitude. Okay. Wednesday is the day of gratitude. Wednesday is the day of giving acknowledgement to everybody who is in your life, who is important and significant. And it could be as simple as just looking a person in the eye and saying thank you. You know, it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. And maybe your adversities, maybe those adversities, if they are actual people that you had to work with on Tuesday, that you were afraid or nervous about, on Wednesday, just acknowledge and just say thank you. And it's amazing what those two very simple words, it's amazing how they change the whole dynamic of life. Just saying thank you. And I know our key phrase, if I can call it that, last week was just say please and thank you. And it looks like there's a bit of a continuation of that happening this week. But it's not so much about the opportunities that come your way, but it's the opportunities that you identify as those that you want, that you need, and that you deserve in life. So Wednesday, it's practicing gratitude, celebrating and acknowledging everybody who is important and significant in your life. Okay. So we've done Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're now looking at Thursday. So we're almost at the end of the week. On Thursday, what is the energy? We have 10 of Cups. Oh, it's beautiful. I actually want to, again, bring it closer. I love the artwork. So here we have a lady. She has got her baby on her back. And again, we're looking at the perspective of the other person in her life who is holding on to her. We've got the perfect happy home. We've got the sun is shining. We've got these 10 cups along the road. And it's about celebrating family. It's about celebrating the love and the acknowledgement and the people that we have in our lives. So the 10 of Cups is the card of family, of celebration, of just having a full heart. But we cannot have this full heart if we don't recognize that there was, I want to say a gap, but that's not the right words. Face our adversities, face our fears, speak out about it. Honor how you want to feel and work on that. And if we don't do that this week, we won't get to Thursday and have a happy heart. So Thursday is about happy family, happy heart, but it also is about the acknowledgement and the gratitude for everybody that you have and what they bring. So it's about acknowledging. And you see what she's doing is she's moving towards her home base, and the way that she's holding hands here, it's almost like she's wanting to pull him along, pull the other person along and say, come join me, let's go home, let's go to where our hearts are full and happy. Okay. So far this week is looking fabulous. So I'm glad I chose what I refer to as the gentle deck. And in saying that, I have to say that, Tarot of the Abyss is not really a gentle deck, as you can see, but its message is just so beautiful. But we have to acknowledge the areas that are lacking or the areas that aren't full, aren't complete, in order to have this happiness that we're looking for. All right. Friday, what is the energy of Friday? What do we need to know and do on Friday? So interesting. Friday we get the Hanged One. Now you may look at the card and think, Rene, it's upside down, you need to turn it around. But actually no, the Hanged One is about an upside down world. So there is the land, there is the sky, and you can see the birds are even flying upside down. You can see the tree is upside down, the house is upside down. If I turned the card that way, it would look like a normal landscape. Everything would look great, but then the writing is upside down. So the Hanged One is about a different perspective, seeing things from a different angle. It is about things feeling a little bit upside down, and this is probably where these adversities are coming into it. So on Friday, we've had an easy week. It's been fairly simple. It's been fairly effortless. We focused on gratitude. We focused on expressing ourselves. We focused on having the happy family. We focused on all of those things that we thought, reaching for the stars and grabbing opportunities as they come to us. But then Friday comes along, and maybe on Friday you're still feeling a little bit, I'm going to call it disconnected. On Friday you may still be feeling a little bit detached, a little bit disconnected, and possibly even a little bit unfulfilled. And you may be wondering, like, where did you go wrong? What's happened? Why isn't everything the right way up? Why isn't everything the way that it should be, or the way that you wanted it to be? And I'm going to tell you, it's because You've gone through the week on automatic pilot. You've gone through the week doing things that you needed to do, doing things that you had to do, but without really putting a lot of context into it, because you didn't honor how you want to feel. The key phrase here is the want. Okay, it's not what your family expect of you, what your colleagues expect of you, your boss expects of you, or anything like that. It's about how you want to feel. So that means that you've gone through this week on automatic pilot and just, one foot in front of the other and going through the motions without actually giving thought to what you're really feeling and what's really going on and what you really want. And going back to Sunday, Sunday being that Queen of Pentacles, it is about acknowledging you, what you need, what you want, what you desire, and what you're entitled to. I think that's the big thing, is the entitlement. Okay, let's have a look and see Saturday for the week ahead. What does Saturday bring? And we have got Seven of Swords. Okay, so Seven of Swords is one of those, I'm going to call it controversial tarot cards, okay? Because everybody seems to have a different interpretation of the Seven of Swords. Me, especially. For me, okay, so Seven of Swords in traditional tarot is the card of thievery and theft and, taking things that don't necessarily belong to you, etc. That kind of energy. But I don't like to focus on the negative. You may have noticed that I am always the forever optimist. And for me, the Seven of Swords is saying there's a lot that needs to be done. And if you don't put sufficient planning into it, if you don't actually spend some time thinking about what and how, it's not going to work out. You're not going to have the success that you want, that you deserve, and that you need. So for me, the Seven of Swords, I like to think of it as the planning card. I like to think of it as the coming up with the game plan, coming up with the strategy. Because otherwise, if you don't, there is going to be almost guaranteed failure. Okay? Equating that to traditional tarot where they talk about thievery, if you think about the clever thief plans and strategizes before he goes into it, and it's the planning and the strategy that ensures the success of his objective. So I don't believe in taking things from other people that's not yours. So hence why I changed the interpretation to be about strategy and planning. All right, so I am not encouraging anybody to take things that don't belong to you on Saturday, but what I am encouraging you to do is to reminisce about the week that's gone, reminisce about what's happened over the last, never mind just this week, let's even look at 2021, let's look at the last decade, let's look at your life, let's look back at everything that you've achieved and not achieved and ask yourself why. Let's do the lessons learned so that the next time we can do things better and we can ensure better success. And again, that is all about facing your adversities. That is all about facing the things that are not working for you, facing the things that aren't fabulous, that aren't wonderful in your life. Honoring how you want to feel is the most important thing, because when you honor how you want to feel, when you're truthful and honest with yourself around your desires and what you want, then suddenly our whole energy shifts and suddenly we can be more in control and we can have more success. And that is the most important thing. Happiness, balanced life, experiencing things, that is actually what this existence is all about. And we cannot have that if we're just on automatic pilot and if we're just going through the motions. We need to be in control. We need to know what we're working towards. And I do think goals are important. And when I say goals, I'm not talking about an amount of money. I'm not talking about accomplishments or attainments or experiences. I'm talking about goals around you as an individual. Who are you becoming? Who do you want to be? Do you like who you are? And that is where this comes into it. And I think this is a week to really look at yourself, to look at who you are, to look at the way you're living your life, and to ask yourself, do you like what you see? Do you like this life that you have for yourself? Do you actually enjoy what you are becoming, who you are becoming? Pause for effect. Okay. And I hope that this week you find the time to be a little bit introspective, to be a little bit more connected to yourself and a little bit more aware of the life that you're living, and you're able to answer these questions. Because if you can answer those questions for yourself, I almost guarantee that you are going to find happiness, that you're going to find joy, that you're going to find the things that mean something to you. All right. And not waste the time that you have living this experience. So, the whole idea behind what I do for you is to help you be the best version of yourself that you can be. And I do hope this week, if you take the advice, if you take the guidance, I do hope that it does that for you. All right, friends, let's go and have an awesome week. As always, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.